Fit the beat.
So welcome to the Diamond Heist. It's the DOC, the KEV. I am your host. I had to burp, but guess what? We gonna put in that work. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. So I'm here with my guest, Jeremy Benz. How you doing today, man?
Better than most. I won't dare complain. I don't give a fuck what the circumstances are. I hope you guys are doing better than me. That's my only hope.
Real talk, real talk. I'm doing well myself. So some of the things we're gonna be covering today, we're gonna figure out who Jeremy Benz is, a little more detail behind the man in the mystery. You know what I mean? So we're gonna talk about Jeremy. We're gonna ask him some questions. He's gonna tell us some things about himself. We're gonna talk about the Knicks just getting their ass kicked. You know what I mean?
Straight at the NY.
Yeah, 108 to 125.
No
they got
lie.
their ass kicked. We ain't even talking about winning. We talking about losing today. So before we even talk about basketball, we're gonna say congratulations to the Indiana Pacers for making it to the playoffs, the NBA Finals, for the first time in 25 years. You feel me?
Congrats.
So congrats to y'all. Y'all put in that hard work. Y'all young brothers are really doing a good thing. We're gonna talk about that. And then we got
Y'all putting in that work, but y'all coach might just have some money. Not even the coach.
Yeah, some money coming in that city now.
It's
So
probably just that time.
probably just that time.
But we want to give y'all the credit.
We're gonna give y'all the credit. And so the other thing we're gonna talk about, we went to what was it called? I think it's called Blavity, or how they say it was Blavity. We went to that fest over
You
here.
said it right, Blavity.
Yeah, Blavity Fest over here in the West End, Lee and White Street. We're
I
gonna
think
talk about
that was like a conjunction of black and gravity. You know, they were trying to bring black gravity to a festival.
I read the thing. What they was talking about, black voices in they call it what the fuck they call it? It was like not geniality. It was like ingenuity, something like that.
Okay, I can imagine.
Yeah, they were trying to push those words together. But
I was wondering where did Blavity come from? You know, I could only think of black and gravity.
that's what I thought of too.
Black gravity.
But they was talking about black voices and ingenuity or something like that. So they were trying to squeeze all those words together. We're going to tell y'all about that. We're going to review that fest. That was pretty cool. We're going to talk about the prices, the performances, and what we seen and what we did.
What we heard.
Yeah. And then we also going to get into Final Destination Bloodline. Yeah. Jeremy watched it. He recommended it. I watched it. Yeah, so we're going to get into the details.
Real good.
Mm-hmm. So as I was saying, we wanted to go ahead and start the show off by getting to know Jeremy Benz a little more. So we got some more questions for Jeremy. So let's start out by saying, so Jeremy, who is your favorite artist, music artist, and what is your favorite genre? And also, what is your favorite music album? Of all, it don't have to be for this year. It could be of all time. The criteria to fit the mold and make the choices all yours. And then just explain to us a little bit, little 15 seconds, little 30 seconds after the answer. So your favorite genre, your favorite music artist, and your favorite album. Take your time. We chilling.
Okay. As far as my favorite music artists, I would probably have to go with...
Keep talking, brother.
I don't know, y'all. It's so many favorite artists that I have. Favorite. That's a really steep answer. I'll take one of those beers too, my brother.
I gave him some time, y'all. Look, he still don't know. It may change. It may change. Who knows? But the criteria and the choices are yours. So it could be your favorite artist of all time. Also can be your favorite artist of the last year, something of that nature. You know what I mean? So it ain't got to be. We ain't trying to put you in a box. We just trying to figure out who you is.
Yeah, and you know when I really think about it, it's really not that hard. You know, somebody who I would give that recognition to. You know, not just saying that. You know, you could really just do anything with that in regards to me, but it's more so about the artist, I would say. You know, because I just can't, you know, just take away or deny the talent, you know. And it's probably because I got a crush on her, you know, but I'm not finna sit over here in a brown chair and act like the most talented person in the world is not Nicki Minaj. I'm not gonna sit over here in this brown chair and act like the most talented person is not the one who did, you know, the most in the face of adversity. You know, I feel like it's so much to celebrate there. You know, I feel like, you know, her quirkiness, her, you know, her abnormalness. You know, I feel like a lot of that was trying to be pushed out. You know, and I feel like she delivered every single time, you know, even with her not getting a Grammy, you know, that speak volumes.
Yeah.
You know, the best person in the industry that inspired the most people don't have a Grammy. You know, and they just be handing those Grammys out left to right.
Like candy.
So, yeah, I definitely think that I got to give her the recognition because she a black woman and I love black women, and I feel like she deserve all the love because there's so many people that say they're a Christian, that say they, you know, a good person, but they got hate in their heart for the person that they did the most.
Yeah.
You know, a lot of the people who out here now trying to rap, they'll tell you, you know, I heard her, I heard Nicki, you know, she made me want to do this, you know. You know, they might not have seen, you know, like the different wires they were being strung by when they, you know, probably was trying to compete with her or felt like they had to, but that's all they problem. You know, I feel like Nicki did her part and she did it years ago. You know, like she just sent back now. You know, who knows what she gonna do next? But I feel like as far as like favorite artist, she's the one. Now, who I listen to the most, or who, you know, just do it for me, you know, like just in different, I don't know, you know, but she definitely number one. She number one.
Who? Wizkid, Lil Tim's.
Oh yeah.
Come on now, name your favorite artist.
These Burna Boy, Tim's. Y'all better stop playing with Tim's. I don't know why y'all got an agenda to not give black women their credit.
Right, give them their flowers.
Like y'all, like we know Tim's, the numbers doing something, but y'all not loud enough about it. Y'all want to be loud about all these ignorant ass people that y'all be talking about. You know, all these ignorant ass people who just here for the moment. Y'all be so loud about them. And then like the people who really be somebody you could turn on their music and they put you in a whole different element that vibrates high when you know you've been low. Where is the credit? You know what I mean? Where's the credit? Come on, we gotta do way better. You know? Because I know a lot of y'all sit at home and y'all know when you want to listen to some influential music, some therapeutic music, organic, you know you want to play Tim's.
A little Tim's, a little reggae,
you know you want to play
beats.
Tim's. Araya Star. You guys know what y'all want to play. And y'all barely speak of these people. You know, y'all stay dealing with the hype.
Yeah.
Y'all got to cut that out. That's the problem with the world.
Yeah.
And y'all so accustomed to it. Where we gonna go?
So what's your favorite album?
Favorite album?
Yeah.
Favorite album?
Yeah. I'll let you know my favorite album.
I probably had. Let me go through my
My favorite album of all time.
Rich Homie Quan though.
My favorite of
It's
all
between
time.
Rich Homie Quan and Drake.
Yeah, mine's is Stank on You. That's my favorite album of all time.
Stank on You.
Hell yeah. Maybe Speaker Box Love Below. But then my favorite ones. Maybe Southern Playlist of Cadillac Music. I think it may be one of them. Shit, it's an Outkast album for sure. That's all I can tell you. It's an Outkast album. It's, I would say Paper Trail by T.I. is coming in a very close second for me. But I guess Ambitions of a Rider by Tupac is very, very high up there. But then you got shit like Voyage to Atlantis by Isley Brothers. Like that's up there. That's my favorite, absolute favorite group, Isley Brothers. That's my favorite group all time. But those are some of my favorite albums. What's your favorite album?
When it comes to albums is completely different from just like a song you might like, you know, or whatever. Like an album has to be a story, you know. And if it's your favorite, it has to be a story that I would say influences you in a way, or it had to have some type of impact on your eternity.
Right.
Now, an album that I would say had the biggest impact on my eternity, and an album that I would say I will always be able to listen to the whole album and feel like the same. I would feel like all those nostalgic feelings when I let this album play. And after we record this video, like I'm gonna have to play some songs off of it.
Yeah.
Rich Homie Quan, I Would Never Stop Going In, would probably be one of my top number one albums, definitely. You know, just throughout college, just being a guy from the country, you know, born in the city, you know, it was a lot of direction I probably, you know, didn't need but still took. And I like the direction he gave, you know. I felt like his album, you know, showed a lot of transparency on, you know, just what, you know, gave him momentum to, you know, want to be great. And also just wanted to, you know, just express itself. You know, I felt like it was completely different at the time. I felt like it was original, organic, and I mean, he had so many hits on there. You could play the whole album, you know, the whole album at any time, and you'll always be able to. Rest in peace, Rich Homie Quan. You know.
Yeah. We're going to play that album after. We're going to listen to it after. Because I never heard it, and I would like to hear it. R.P. Rich Homie Quan. Yes. So.
You never heard that album?
No, I never heard the album, but I'm pretty sure I heard some songs off of it.
Right. Wow. Yeah. I mean, maybe it's just what the where I was from or the people that I knew at the time, but the album is absolutely great. And at the time, it just gave me so much motivation. I mean, like, every song on there has a different story, and they all align within the same. So, yeah, we definitely got to listen to that. That was definitely one of my top albums, even though I got, like, a lot of other artists that are more creative, you know, and they know how to, you know, make better music probably. But that album, nobody tops it. I promise I would never stop going in.
Yeah.
You know, whether he actually did that or the album, I promise I would never
stop going in, nigga. So check it out. Y'all go listen to that album. Y'all know a little more about Jeremy. Did we have one more thing we had to cover? We said your favorite artist, album, and what was the other thing? You remember? We
favorite song?
We don't remember. We can go fill it in. What is your favorite song right now?
My favorite song right now, I don't know. what my favorite song is, y'all. Oh yeah, I know exactly what my favorite. This motherfucker right here know me. Wizkid, Break Me Down. That song, that's like, it's Chef's Kiss. You know, nobody topping that right now. And more people need to hear that, so go get that. Go listen to it.
What's the name again?
Wizkid, Break Me Down.
Break Me Down.
Y'all need to go get that.
That's Jeremy's favorite song right now.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So my favorite song right now is Truly Finessing Nightmares. Fuck with that. We listened to that shit earlier. Shout out to Truly. Shout out to Jersey. Shout out to Ty Blitz. Shout out to the team. 88 Lee. Shout out to Goo Wop, EA Wop. Yeah. You know. Music coming soon, y'all. Music coming soon. All right.
I hope.
Yeah, music coming soon. Jeremy heard the shit already. He heard my shit.
I don't know why it ain't already out.
He don't know why. I got to do the second verses. I was supposed to have some help and some teammates do them second verses, but one of them passed away. One of them took his own life, and R.I.P. Ken, and one of them in Jersey. So I gotta make it work.
He gotta do his verse, and he be procrastinating because he could have did that verse.
Man, I got 4-5 verses to write. Look, I'm gonna get to it. Jeremy showed right though, holding me accountable for the things I said I was gonna do.
Yeah, because he got 4-5 verses, and he been had 4-5 verses, and he ain't wrote nothing in one yet.
Nah, I ain't wrote not one yet. Look, you hear me? Look. But I'm gonna get to it. So the next thing we wanted to cover was the NBA. We want to go ahead and let y'all know that the Knicks are officially losers again, nigga.
The losers.
They losers again, nigga. They lost 125 to 108. And now the Indiana Pacers are going to the NBA Finals for the first time in 25 years. Jeremy, tell me what you know about the Knicks. What you know about the Knicks?
Well, I know them dusty motherfuckers from New York love the Knicks.
You from Jersey, so you know.
Mm-hmm. Them dusty motherfuckers from New York, they love the Knicks. And I guess at this point, we deserve for them to be at the top. So many people love them. They never been there.
They never been there only one time.
One time.
That was in the 70s.
In the 70s. So, yeah. Shout out to them for making it there. Hopefully they actually made it there and they didn't actually, pay or do anything fugazi to get there.
Mm-hmm.
But if it was all authentic, organic, shout out to them. Shout out to the New York Knicks. And even if it wasn't, shout out to them. It's their time. It's their moment. For sure.
Who? The Pacers?
No, the Knicks.
They lost.
Oh.
It's all good, brother. The Knicks have
Pacers
lost.
won?
The Pacers have won. Yeah, small market teams have been dominating the whole playoffs. Yeah, Jeremy, it's okay. We're going to fix that up. But small market teams have been dominating the NBA playoffs all postseason. Like you got the Memphis Grizzlies making a statement early, but they end up getting put out. But we didn't expect them to come this far, to be honest. However, you got Denver, then you got OKC. It's just teams that nobody really have an eye on that's getting to the finals, kicking ass, and really playing basketball out there. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. So some of the stats that we got from this game, wow. So some of the stats we got from this game, for to go over a couple of them. We got Karl Anthony Towns with 22 points, 14 rebounds. OG Anunoby, he plays. This is the Knicks. 24 points, 5 rebounds. 20. Yep, exactly. Then you got Mitchell Robinson, 8 points, 9 rebounds. Jalen Bronson with 19 points and 2 rebounds and 7 assists. They got Mikal Bridges with 15 points and one rebound. Damn, they suck. And Josh Hart with 4 points and 6 rebounds. That's pretty fucking bad, bro. I ain't even gonna lie. And the Pacers, Siakam had to drop 30 on them. Drop 30. It's hard to drop 30. You feel me? Mm-hmm. And then let's see what Tyrese Halliburton. Tyrese went the fuck off. 21 points, G. 13 assists and 6 rebounds. That's from a guard, point guard. Who else had some double figures? Obi Toppin with 18 points. That's good, man. So I don't think they really got enough firepower to win the championship against OKC. That's just me. And I'm going to stick to my guns like I've been doing. OKC, I had OKC coming out the West. I had Cavs winning in the East. Cavs got eliminated by Pacers. So I had the Cavs winning the whole NBA playoffs. However, they ain't there no more. And it's looking like the Pacers might just be the team to take the dub. But I'm going to stick to my guns. If I put all my money on the motherfucking game, it'll be OKC. So I'm going to leave it there. We ain't going to talk too much. RP the Knicks. RP to the Knicks. Cam and Mace, get at me, dog. You feel me? Get at us. Diamond Heist, we ready for an interview. You feel me? We picked OKC on my show, on my podcast to win this motherfucker. So come and holler at us.
Yeah.
Real talk. All right. So the next topic we want to get into is Final Destination. And then we're going to get into the Blavity Fest. We're going to recap the Blavity Fest. So what's up with this Final Destination? You wanted me to watch it and I watched it. I thought it was amazing. There was a lot of blood, a lot of gore.
A lot of quick things was going on. And it was presentable for the crowd. I feel like it was what we needed. Because I feel like a lot of us like to watch horror movies and scary movies. And, you know, a lot of times it could be cheesy or, you know, the budget could be a little off and you could visibly tell. Mm-hmm. But with Final Destination, I feel like everything hit. Everybody that died looked like they deserved to die. Everybody that died looked like they were supposed to die.
Yeah.
You know, nothing looked like it was forced. You know, it looked like it was supposed to happen. Even, y'all gonna have to watch this now, but even with the kid in the beginning, the little child, fucking piano fell on his head. And it looked like it was supposed to happen.
Right.
Rest in peace.
Rest in peace to little dude.
Little man in Final Destination.
He was the one that caused the whole fucking problem in the first place, throwing the penny.
Playing with coins.
Ain't
Playing
it?
with money.
Off of
Guys,
500.
stop letting people play with your money. I don't give a fuck how old they is. Playing with your money.
Don't let these niggas play with your money, dog.
Better stop, man. He caused so much and he died. But y'all gotta see it. Like, it was so great, you know, and not just that part. Yeah. From beginning to end. But it was just so amazing how even just from the beginning they was able to catch people's attention. I mean, from the time I started watching, I literally like didn't take my eyes off of that movie, y'all. Y'all gotta tap into that. It was amazing. I mean, I guess I would say that that's worth going to the movie theaters to see. You know, because you might want to have some popcorn and drinks and all that to watch it. But I just had my blunt.
Yeah.
And it was amazing.
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't even want to eat when I'm watching something that good because, you know, sometimes when you chew, you know, you might just not hear the words that's coming out of people's mouth. You might just, you know, look down at the food. You need to just be looking at the TV because, I mean, everything from beginning to end is amazing. You know, it's something you don't want to miss.
Yeah. Word. So my favorite part of the movie, I think my favorite part of the movie was when the woman came out the house. She been in the house for so long. I just thought that old lady was going to last. And when they took her out, like how they took out, like it was like fire extinction.
That was crazy because she was from the previous episode. So when I seen her, I automatically thought, okay, she gonna survive. Like she gonna be one of the people that make it to the end.
Right.
But that could have been a message. That probably was a message for the whole movie. For her to die, you know, and be disposable. I guess that was the message saying everybody else is obviously disposable. If she can die, what make you think nobody else is gonna die?
Right.
You know, because in a lot of movies, when the old person show up, you know, for the first time, which I want to say that's the first time for this particular sequel of movies that somebody from a previous movie showed up.
Yeah, besides the black dude.
In Final Destination?
Yeah.
Oh, the black dude showed up?
The black dude that played Candyman. The dude that had the speech, he was the little boy in the tower. Yeah, I like how they try to tie it into the origin story and kind of like this is when the black dude came into the story. And then he also made his exit as one of the faces of Final Destination. I'm going to look up his name real quick. What you got for us?
Okay. Yeah. So I thought that was pretty cool how they allow her to come back. But to see her die, like in that same cameo, I was like, whoa. You know what? She ain't deserve that.
So quick.
But I guess it was a message, you know? Because everybody else in the movie died. You know, it ain't like nobody else stayed alive. Everybody in the movie died this time. And that don't just happen often. You know, normally it's somebody that survives. You know, it's that main character energy in most movies, but everybody died, you know. And I think that was the message when she died.
Yeah.
Because that wasn't just no Jamie Lee Curtis. Because even in Halloween, when Jamie Lee Curtis died, somebody else survived. You know what I mean? So I think that was just like, I think it was a different message with this movie. I think it was like nobody's safe, you know?
Right. They got to it on this one.
When we said Final Destination, we meant that.
They said they meant that shit.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. And
it was really good.
Yeah. The black guy that I was, the black actor that I meant, that I wanted to name was Tony Todd. He's the guy that's been in the other Final Destinations and kind of just been the face of the franchise. So yeah, man, it's a really good watch, man. The hospital scene is pretty crazy. When they go back to the house, you think they got it all figured out, but I think the part that shocked me is I was about to turn it off after the part with the RV and they went back to the house where the old lady passed away and all that. Man, I was about to turn the movie off. You feel me? And then dude's like, "Oh, so you didn't do what you thought you did, huh? Oh, okay. 5 seconds in, boom, end of the movie. I thought they ended it well, and they ended the movie with a kill that we are familiar with from the very first Final Destination, which is the logs from the truck. Yeah.
And that's so crazy you said that.
Yeah.
Because I felt like that brought back deja vu vibes when it happened, but I couldn't just actually pinpoint it that it was an actual Final Destination movie that happened on.
Yeah, I think it was the first one.
Of course it was. It was the first one.
It could have been the first one or the second one. I believe it's the first one.
I definitely remember that now that you think about it, because I used to be, I ain't gonna just say I was a scary ass motherfucker when I was behind wood trucks like that, but I definitely wasn't shying away from getting over and, you know what I'm saying, not being behind
Everybody felt like that after Final Destination. Like, nigga, I'm for the move, or I'm not for the drive behind any type of truck that's carrying anything heavy in the pole, cement, nigga. You hear me? Metal rods. It didn't matter, but
I'm gonna just get over, even if I ain't gonna pass you. But more than likely, I'm gonna go ahead and pass you. You gonna give me the motivation to pass you.
Oh God. So y'all go check out that Final Destination movie, Final Destination Bloodlines. That is a Doc Nash, Diamond Heist recommendation.
If you fall asleep, you just unstable.
So that's a Diamond Heist recommendation. Go check that out, y'all. So we're going to take another smaller break, and then we're going to get into the very last
unstable
topic.
If you fall asleep one more time.
We're going to take a small little break, and we're going to get into our last topic after this.
Yep. Welcome to the Jeremy and Kevin show. It's your boy Doc Nash and your boy Jeremy
German faded.
Jeremy Benz. Y'all, we just coming back to y'all today to talk to y'all about
the Blavity.
The Blavity show that we just experienced.
The Blavity Fest. The show of all shows no one knew.
Yeah. Yeah, y'all. We saw 2 Chainz tonight. He was lit. He was real lit. And everybody else who performed tonight, shout out to y'all for doing a pretty cool job. It was all good vibes. Good vibes. Good vibes.
Really good vibes. So we got there late, but we showed up just in time. You feel me?
Just in time.
We ain't have to sit through all the boring ass speeches.
And did we get in there for the freebie?
The freebie, the free ski. Yes, sir, ski.
Yeah. I wasn't going to let us just not get in there for the freebie. We took that walk, baby.
They took that walk around, man. That lady wasn't going to let us in. The black lady wasn't going to let us in, y'all. The black man didn't give a fuck.
But we got in there more.
Word. We got in there. So
he said he going to be there tomorrow.
They going to be there tomorrow?
The black guy, when we was leaving, I was like, appreciate you letting us in. He was like, he going to be there tomorrow.
Word. Because it really was looking very, very scarce, very, very airy in that motherfucker. It was a lot of, when we got there, it was a lot of space. I can say that, a lot of space. But I want to read up on it real quick and let them know what the fest is about and what they say about themselves. So y'all can go to their website. You can go check it out. If you didn't, it says the ultimate celebration of Black innovation, wealth, and culture. It says, what is Blavity Fest, Jeremy? It says Blavity Fest 2025 is a 2-day cultural and entrepreneurial gathering in Atlanta. It says uniting visionaries, creators, and change makers. It says the immersive experience blends insightful discussions, hands-on workshops, and powerful networking opportunities, all set against a backdrop of Black excellence. You hear me? Attendees can expect dynamic panels covering entrepreneurship, branding, financial empowerment, and creativity. The Summit 21 houses and idea exchange spaces will foster deep connections with the small business markets, immersive art installations, and wellness activation, ensuring a holistic festival experience. So the main stage will feature electrifying performances, including a Saturday night concert headlined by 2 Chainz and a special guest, and a soul-stirring Kurt Franklin experience on Sunday during the day. It says whether you're looking to scale your business, find inspiration, or simply celebrate culture, Blavity Fest 2025 is the place to be. So, yes, we attended the day one, Saturday, the high energy, inspiration, and nighttime vibes. That's what that day was about. So, and that's what happened. So
That's what happened, son.
yeah. So we got one more day of the fest. Kurt Franklin gonna be performing tomorrow. So we're gonna go to that. So I'm gonna try to get this episode done as quick as possible and invite everybody. So if y'all wanna come, it's gonna be at Lee and White Street over here at the West End. Over here. So it's really cool. It's really nice. Bring your kids if you want to. They got food. I ain't gonna lie. Don't buy no tickets, right? Buy tickets if you want to. But we ain't bought. We got the hookup. We found that hookup. So we seen 2 Chainz, Akeem Ali. We seen some DJs battle. We didn't get to hear David Shands talk. We didn't get to hear any of the speakers or anything. But tomorrow, it's going to be a different story. So, Jeremy, tell me your favorite part so far.
My favorite part was pretty much just being there. You know, I ain't even just see all them motherfuckers like that. 2 Chainz was pretty cool. You know, he was lifting the people up. He ain't, you know, I think he probably do got some new music, but
He got to do it by himself. He got to release some music by himself. You know what I mean? That's the difference. The new music that he got, you gonna have to have Larry June there. We didn't have no Larry June, but he played.
I don't think the new music deserves to even be talked about. But he showed up. He was hitting them old bangers that he got, and it was a cool little vibe. It was straight, you know what I'm saying? Then we just walked into it by accident, so I ain't complaining. You know what I mean?
Me either. No, fuck that, Jeremy. I am complaining.
Okay.
Fuck that. This bitch made me pay $28 for 2 tequila, lime, and motherfucking, what was that? Simple syrup.
But we gotta talk about the fact that the tequila wasn't even name brand.
Now she had some shit she pulled out.
Some damn shit that we never heard about.
Yeah.
Some shit that they probably own. Some shit that's probably $8 a bottle.
$8.
Did that shit look familiar to you at all?
Nah. It didn't look familiar. I so looked at it and I was like, very, very skeptical. But I was like, I'm having a good time. They caught me at the fest. I got in free. The tickets is $70. I bought the $30 tequila. I bought my fucking $12, $14 fucking food. So they came up off my ass.
They did all that shit went out. It was cool, you know.
Yeah, it was cool.
We had a good time.
Yeah, you know, it's about what you make of it. You feel me? It's one of those things. The fest is called Blavity or Blavity. I don't know how they saying it, but it's spelled Blavity. And you can go ahead and Google that. Check that out. Come and celebrate with us tomorrow if you can, if you watch this in time. Hopefully you meet us there. If you see us there, stop us. We appreciate you. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. We ain't want to keep drilling that home on you, but definitely make sure you like, comment, subscribe, and share it with at least 5-10 people or numbers in your phone. It don't matter. I'd rather you just share it through text. You feel me? it don't matter. Just it ain't gotta be your best friend. Just some random numbers in your contacts. I appreciate you.
Yeah, you guys, make sure y'all interact with us.
Hell yeah, man. Shit, you got us talking to the goddamn camera by our goddamn self, looking crazy and shit. Yeah, I always try to keep somebody in the chair with me. So, nigga, make sure y'all like,
we doing
ladies
this
and
for y'all,
gentlemen.
So interact with us.
On God, put something
ask
down
us all
there.
the questions y'all want to ask us. Leave all your opinions. We're gonna read it. You guys.
Right, test us on the things we talking about. You feel me? Test us, please. Try me, nigga. Try me, nigga. You feel me? For real.
Try us.
Ask me a question, and we gonna talk about it. You feel me? We gonna give you the spotlight. Cause this is a special moment right now, before we get 100,000 views, before we can't see what you want to talk about. You feel me? Cause at that point, I'm gonna talk about what the fuck I want to talk about, and I ain't gonna never give a fuck about what you want to talk about. So this is your chance to get in on the fun while the fun is still in the motherfucking building. Before I become corporate,
You heard that?
Before I become corporate Kev in this motherfucker.
You heard that?
No, I'm just saying. I'm just talking shit. It's the DOC, man. It's the Diamond Heist. Hell yeah. 2 Chainz did that KO song. I knew every word.
Oh yeah.
I was like, yeah, man. That's my shit right there, 2 Chainz. You did your job.
Yeah, he had his moments.
Yeah. I was like, man, bro. I was just so happy I got to see him because it's like watching somebody do something for 20 years and you never get to see the motherfucker. And then they retire or die. And then you be like, damn. Now, one time I was a fan for so long. Now, one time.
His restaurant. He got a restaurant downtown.
Yeah.
I forgot the name of it. But he got a whole restaurant.
Mm-hmm.
I forgot the name of that motherfucker. But where had they go?
Yeah. He got 3 restaurants, he said. 3? I think he got one in Memphis, though.
I could believe it. He probably got more than one here in Atlanta. He probably got 2.
2 in Atlanta. I think got one in Memphis or Chicago or some shit.
But that one he got here,
Houston.
like, it's pretty straight. Like, he got an upstairs part. It's pretty cool.
Yeah. Shout out to 2 Chainz. Shout out to Akeem Ali. Shout out to the DJ, CB5. Shout out to SB. Shout out to Jersey. Shout out to David Shands. Shout out to EYL. Man, EYL didn't put that shit on. I don't know who put it on, but look, I seen David Shands. Hey, you know what I mean? Social Proof Podcast. Shout out to his platform. I appreciate all the knowledge y'all niggas been dropping over the years. I've been listening. I don't know if everybody else been listening. Jeremy, I'm catching them. I'm getting them up to speed on the EYLs and the stock market and Chris Sains and the Chris Johnsons and the Myron Goldens. So, man, I appreciate y'all for inspiring me. And it's like almost kind of a manifestation of God's will when we walked into that mall. You know what I mean? Because we was gonna walk away for a second, and I was just watching the interview with 2 Chainz and what's his name? Shannon Sharp, and I really want to go ahead and finish that. So, yeah, man.
That's a good point.
Yeah, we running out of time.
Y'all, we've been out all night. We didn't got sleepy, so we gonna have to cut and come back to y'all.
Hell yeah, we gonna give y'all the day 2 of the Blavity Fest tomorrow. We gonna kick it in, let y'all know what's up, man.
We gonna let y'all know for sure.
For real. We gonna expand the team as well. Got some music dropping. Got a new painting to put up. Man, we got some things on the way. So make sure y'all stay locked in. And the Knicks are officially done. Cooked. Hibachi, nigga. You feel me? Left wrist, right wrist, nigga. Siamese twin.
Cook.
Oh, God. So it's the DOC. It's the Diamond Heist. Chilling with Jeremy, man.
Yeah.
We out. We out. Like, comment, and subscribe, bro.
Do that.